What is up, everybody? Abyssal here, Abyssal Adversary here, bringing you the next gameplay video in Pyre, which I think this is going to be the last. At dawn, Wolford is already up. Here you'll see a path through the woods into the cold land to the north, beyond which lies your next destination. So to the Scolding Shore. And into the coldness. Let's see how well this goes. You get clear of the woods at last and arrive in lands grown cold in the shadow of Mount Aladale. You have to make your way all the way to the top. In a moment of respite, Wolford calls everyone together to discuss matters pertaining to the rates and the plan which he alluded. You banded together with a common faith that freedom from the downside is not impossible, am I correct? But let me ask you something. What does freedom even mean to you? He looks in your direction as he asks, defying you to answer. You cannot sense his own thoughts on the subject, and only know the truth of how you feel. What does freedom mean to me? Freedom means being able to go where the heart yearns without restrictions to fear. It means answering to no one's will other than your own. Freedom means having a clear conscience and a carefree heart. That is true freedom, though. Freedom means living life without concern for others. Freedom means not being forced into responding to such questions. Achieving inner peace. Tell Wolford that freedom is a state of mind. While easier said than done, if you can simply be yourself without concern, then you are free. He considers you responsible for a short while. If that is so, then the Commonwealth that I recall, the Commonwealth that sentenced us to rot, that's not a place that fosters freedom such as you describe. Admittedly, I have seen the Commonwealth in many, many years. However, judging by your presence here, I doubt it changed all very much since then. He then turns his attention to the whole group. Now let me tell you what all that, let me tell you all what freedom means to me. Freedom means to live life without fear, to be able to indulge in one's curiosities and passions, at least the ones that cause no harm to others, without the constant threat of judgment and reprisal. Freedom means not being made a criminal for what you know or whom you love or what you choose to think or not think. He looks out towards the distant mountains. For the next few days, your time in exile could come to an end. You could see the Commonwealth once more, and you would be exalted there, given the highest honor, the opposite of how you got here. But you would not be truly free, I think. At the least, you would be complicit to an ancient system that was designed to cast down others, such as you. This system, those well-intentioned founding principles have long been lost, and they describe that they are still out there, or if they're out there still, have made quite clear they should not intervene firsthand. That's where you come in, turns to you and everyone again. Long have I wished to gather such a group that together you might see what seeking freedom only for yourself is too modest of a goal. You share a higher calling now. The plan is this: we free each other from the downside through the rates, then we meet up on the other side. We organize. Each new moon at dusk, we join together at the Spiral Sanctum. We need as many of us there as possible. Our agents on the other side shall explain the rest. We are plotting a revolt. Just so, I am asking a lot. You do have other options. Deceit, however, is not one of them. The reader myself, you know by now that we can see through it. But you need not be part of this, nor is it my interest to coerce you. You may go your own way if you wish. Live out your remaining days here like others. So if anyone among you prefers that, if you cannot see yourself continue to strive together in the Commonwealth as you do in here, then speak now. Wolford pauses for a time, examine each group member, and no one stirs. Good. Some of you consider yourself friends, some others not, but all of you are bound together through the rates and are integral to our plan. Remember that. You seek true freedom, you will not find it waiting for you in the Commonwealth, but together you can bring it about, both for yourself and others. That is my promise. Then he lets out a long breath. That's it. I ask you all to think on this, and let's reconvene along our journey to the summit. Wolford turns towards the mountains, leaving you to consider what he said and plot the wagon's northward path. There's only one way. So we're going to go back to Commonwealth and start a revolt. Beyond lies around Allerdale, I suggest we make camp here at the base of the mountain, for we shall need our spirits and strength to make the ascent. Seems Faye. I can sense you out there somewhere. What is it that you want? Request a prescribed trial. That can be arranged. You need but name me the one you want. Summon Faye. You asked Sandra to administer one of her special trials for Faye. I must admit, I do sense something from that one. I once had a wild heart myself, quite like her own. We shall see if there is more to her than that. Soon Faye arrives and he the summons, the scribes. I think that is, if I listen carefully, that I can hear them calling out to me. Very instinctual and natural. I love Faye though. She's the best. So I wonder what kind of trial this one's going to be. The apparition Sandra appears and unfastens her mask. Listen well, girl, the place where you reside at present has but a single rule, which is you answer to me here. Wow, okay. First naive enthusiasm, now be silent. It is plain to me that you have much to learn as yet about the rites, but you have learned something, and I would see you prove it without the benefit of anyone save for your leader. Okay, are you out there helping me with this, mister? Yes, I am here. Cool. I don't know how to taunt. If I have to taunt, that would be like the perfect chance to taunt. Oh. Okay. She just jumped so far, traveled so far. Was that it? That was so easy. I wonder what Faye's talisman's going to be. Okay, how did I do? I'm admittedly did better than I expected, girl. You have passed this trial of yours. Some congratulations are in order to you and your lovely reader. Now, farewell. So what was the thing I just got? Did I mention all that, mister? Because I hope I didn't. Wow, what do you have there? Rank 20. After Faye casts her aura, could bounce off of objects and solid surfaces. Yes! Faye. You're getting that. Oh my god. That is like so good. Oh, someone wants to talk. There you are, my boy. There is something which I wanted to discuss with you in private. Fulford stares at you rather intently as if reaching out to you, and then you do know what it means to be a reader. Those such as we are not limited to reading pages from a book. Though your ability in this I sense is nascent, still mere flashes, uncontrollable. I see as well now that they haven't told you yet, your friends, and that explains a lot. They haven't told you readers such as you cannot go free. I had wondered why you would insist on pressing onward with this group. In light of this, the answer then was plain. You simply did not know or fully realize. They did not deceive you, by the way. There was no reason they would know themselves other than Tarek, who shall not influence your thinking in such matters. Rather, I'd expected when at first we met that you already knew the truth of this from having read the passage in the Book of Rites which states it plain. Only those who shall conduct the rites firsthand shall walk the path towards enlightenment and become eligible to regain their freedom. Perhaps you have not gotten to that part yet. Fulford breaks free from you and looks at you again, then speaks to you as normal. It is plain that you're not in adequate condition to conduct the rites, and this group values you as a reader. I wish only to ensure you understand what you're getting into here. Despite whatever hopes and dreams and promises might have been shared, I do not think rites can help you to return, if that is what you had in mind. So once again, I invite you to depart, and I will see to it that you're compensated. Do not misunderstand. If you wish If it is your wish to remain, then you're welcome, but this journey we are on, it has no guarantees, not for you or any of us. Do you understand? There is more at stake here than your freedom alone. Besides, perhaps there is a way you have learned in life to keep your expectations low and tempered. Wolf really wishes to know your thoughts on the subject. He knows where to find them. I understand. You understand the word's warning, yet just the same, you choose to carry on. There's more that you wish to achieve on this journey in the freedom of yourself. I admire that, then very well. Know that we have much at stake here in this. Anyway, much more than just a shot at going back into the Commonwealth, which casts us down here to begin with. Sounds like you intend to stick around, then we'll have a lot more time to chat as we ascend the sacred mountain in the coming days. Until then. He strides out the wagon and leaving me with my thoughts. Discuss the plan. Earlier, Wolfred called for the group meeting, presumably to reveal his plan in more detail. Instead, he reveals some bad news. Wait, what did you say? What I'm saying is that while you can indeed get yourself out of here, it can't be all of you at once. We earn our way back one by one, or not at all. But I thought I swore that we'd go free together. We may go free together yet, but it's going to take time. This is only the first phase. You, Hedwin, and the others exchange glances. Let me make this plainer for you still. Here's how the coming days are going to unfold. First, we're going to ascend Mount Aladale. There to the north, you may not think this wagon fit for it, but rest assured it's made the journey many times. Next, we'll pass through Scribe's Gate. Only the worthy pass through here, as your reader could attest if he did not merely skim that chapter of the book. Afterwards, we'll reach the Fall of Solium and meet our adversaries in the raids. They are to be the Tempers. My Junior has been the closest rival of the Night Rings, led by the Demon and Garius. You will know him when you see him. Both of you shall choose someone from your respective ranks. Then once one of the Triumvirate prevails, there's somebody who will be whisked home to the Commonwealth. Whisked home to the Commonwealth? Precisely. Once returned, or somebody is taken in and clothed and fully pardoned. The Commonwealth knows about all this. The same Commonwealth that says a sentence into exile is forever and freedom from the downside is impossible. Many of those details the scribes themselves wish to keep secret. Former exiles and the leaders of the Commonwealth alike have good incentive to protect those secret well. So then that's it. We climb the mountain, someone goes back, and everyone stays. For most of those persistent in the raid, yes, that's it. But like your connotation, indeed for us, that isn't it at all. If one of us returns, it shall just be a step along our path. Need water. All this talking is like death. However, let's sit for now, gather your strength, and we'll talk again on our way up. Wolfred leaves the rest of you to consider what he said. For now, you have time for your vocations. This is going. As always. Hedwin. He'd probably get 2 things. I don't even know what his things are. Sure thing, friend. Appreciate your offer. Where to begin? You and Hedwin go over his understanding of his aura and his connection to his presence, both physical and spiritual. This discussion proves informative. I think I'm beginning to understand something of all of this, my friend. So what does he get? Hedwin gains 50% more stamina, letting him sprint and jump more often. When power casting, Hedwin's aura travels in a wider, longer line than usual. Hedwin jumps into airborne adversaries, he banishes them. That would be nice. After Hedwin douses the adversary's Pyre, his Pyre recovers damage equal to 50% of the damage dealt. Hedwin and his allies regenerate stamina twice as quickly. While bearing the orb, Hedwin and his allies move with and past the orb more quickly. Hedwin and his allies may instantly return banished allies by moving to where they fell. Hedwin and his allies cause banishment adversaries to remain banished for 2 seconds longer than usual. I like these. I'll get this, and then I'll get the other one, and then I'll go down for Sacred Bond and Moon Formation. I don't care about them being banished longer. Anybody want to talk? Nope. Right, continue on the journey to Mount Allendale. Although deep. I don't know, you've arrived. Here before you lies Mount Allendale, stretching far beyond your line of sight. Somewhere upon this mountain lies the only place which you can escape the downside. Your companions gather around again before Wolfred, who stands tall as ever, whether from the cold air with touch of your hand, using petition the air. Now then, you all have many questions. Now I've done a lot of talking, so go on, ask away. There's only silence, one question stands out in your mind, which you refrain from asking. If only one of you is to go free at first, you shall defeat. Go on now, don't be shy. First, ask a question. Why us? Why you indeed, madam, that I can't explain. You've seen the sword you stand against as adversaries in the rates. What is it that they want, do you suppose? They want their freedom back, of course. They'll settle for it on the Commonwealth's own terms. They'll gain their freedom, some cushy new responsibilities. Perhaps then they'll have a hand in sending still more exiles here to join us. Think on it, the Commonwealth rose from the ashes of a fallen empire thanks to the efforts of their first exiles. It was the Commonwealth's first and proudest tradition to honor those who lived to redeem their transgressions. They have researched wisdom, did they not? As for you, I've been looking for a certain set of dispositions for a good length of time. All I was in need of was something appropriate to show up and to listen. So I planted many little eyes and ears throughout the stand, and whispering hints of this, absurd as it may sound, took someone with a certain faith and creativity to go for it. That someone proved to be Hedwin over there. He was tasked with seeking two trustworthy allies, an old-buried dragon and a reader. He was invited to bring along the others for the ride, all different sorts, gathered enough help, and he and his friends could be free. Long story, but you know much of the rest, so then why you? Because I've reason to believe you're not the sort to play right back into the Commonwealth's old hands. The rights, as you have seen, are quite exclusive. Your imposters in this little party, you could be the ones to break it up. Now then, more questions. You have against you to spin, you can excuse yourself and keep listening. Yes, I want to listen. Wolf's explanations are a lot to take in, though you feel compelled to absorb as much as these when I tell you at this point. Prompts for further questions or Jordan raises the voice again. Hold, you mistook my meaning, I understand your plan, still I wish to know why us. Why are we among all others chosen for the liberation? I see, well that is simple really, madam. You're chosen, you're qualified to say, because the expression goes, this is what the scribes ordain. Though in this case the expression is quite literally true. They created the rites, each one of those anointed certain other exiles to participate on their behalf. Exiles who showed some promise of redemption. The triumvirates they formed have stood the test of time, replenishing their numbers as their individuals moved on or passed on. You've met them as they are today, the accusers, they're withdrawn, and so on. These scribes also formed a special group against which all the others would be judged. That group they called the Night Rings. You bear their books, wear their masks and raiments, you need but show up to the rates, you see. The others erstwhile jockey for position for a chance to take you on. Yeah, well, what if we don't? What if we don't show up? Then you would deny yourself a chance at freedom and also deny it to your adversaries. Victory means nothing in common rate, then participation is all that matters. Not so, madam, only the enlightened may regain their freedom, while failure can be excellent teacher, the scribes do favor the victor. So you see, those who do not conduct the rites or do not prevail on them sufficiently, they may find themselves barred from the liberation rites. But these are technicalities. The Night Rings disbanded years ago, since then no one has gone free. Yet still the other triumvirates pressed on with fleeting hope that you'd be back. There's been a heavy price to pay in all this. Now if you'll excuse me, we'll talk again some other time. Some murmur to themselves about all this as Wolfert takes his leave. Other reconnoiter pathways leading to the mountain gives things. I expect some long-lost valuables to be stashed here. We'll bless whoever goes through here. I want valuables. jump off the cliff, or don't you? There's little Pyre. You join Pyre on a brief expedition to find anything of value dropped by those who try to scale the mountain but did not succeed. Wait, I shall be joining you. What now? I get 2 chaperones, but sure, I'm game. Whatever your wingless are into. Be silent, little bird, and fetch those trinkets if you're done. Am I so full of bitterness? You really ought to make the most of these last precious moments that we shared. And you ought not to mince your words. Oh please, we all know you're going to be the first one out of here, so why not quit your constant frowning? I, the first one out of here. Of course, it's plain that others pity you. You've been here longer than the rest of us, by far, besides maybe that Wolfred, though he seems plenty happy here. How dare you to presume? Nothing is decided as of yet. No doubt, though it's some coincidence you do end up selected for the honor. I just want you to know something. I truly, from the bottom of my heart, do hope you shall prevail on your behalf. Because that way you shall be free, of me at least, and I in turn shan't have to suffer any longer your hideous attitude towards me and everything. At that you intervene, and Jordan's eyes burn in fury, but then she calls herself. I shall see you at the wagon reader. She scoffs and Jody storms off. I swear that one, we're moving on, there's something sparkling down there. She swoops out of sight, leaving there on a mountain. There's something long forgotten. Luminous idol. Ooh. That's not bad either. Look upon the sacred waters. I like sacred. Let's go sacred. At long last, form treated towards the waters of Sixteen, you decided to join him for a brief excursion. Thereafter, another hard day's ride. Find him in a shallow pool, appearing much contented. This night, he thought he may never again feel fresh water's cool caress against his scales. He sighs, splashing him out from time to time, then he turns his attention over. You were most kind to take with you this wayward night. He swears to prove himself to you and to the rest. He knows that soon now someone may go free. He knows the choice of whom may weigh upon you heavily indeed. For it is you who ought to make the choice. Is that not so? This night he heard it from the others, so it must be true. Now listen please upon what little honor this knight has. This knight penance is yet complete. There's much atoning to be done. So when rises occasion decides you ought to go free, the knight wants to know. Do not choose him, not even if you wish, and not even if you can. He begs of you, allow this knight that simple dignity. With that, Sir Gomez sinks into the waters, his tail waves to leave me for now. Solgrimir does not believe that he deserves his freedom yet. Okay. I don't know who I'm going to choose. New companions gather at Scribe's Gate, where the single narrow trail to the summit narrows even more and falls under an archery carved stone. Come along now, everyone, be prepared to speak your mind when you are called. Frankly, most of you are still lack enlightenment, but we may pass together. Watch how we act as with a single heart and mind during the race. Well then, lead onwards, Tarek. Please follow me. Moving his hat, the Lamistrel approaches the gate. Let us follow. But last your companions near the urge, you know someone standing high above, who then appears before you. She eyes the Lamistrel first. That you, Tarek. It is. Greetings, Celeste. And how is your rest? Too long, Celeste. Seems your work has piled up. In the meantime, you bring this many to the gate. Then let us make this quick. She gestures towards the rest of you. Now each of you in turn say who you are and why you seek while crossing Scribe's Gate. Do as she says, please, without questioning. Your fellow exiles exchange glances, but quickly reply. They call me Headwind. I've come here seeking freedom for myself and my companions, in my case, so I can return to be the one whom I love. The woman bids him forward. The Lamistrel props Ruki speak up next. I'm regarded by the name of Ruki. I just want to get out of here, I guess with my chums, preferably go see Mama back home. I'm Captain Jordriel. I do not truly know as yet what I am seeking here. My name is Faye, and I'm here, I think, because the scribes have called to me. It must be them, because if not, then who? Caesar seeks to live up to the Nightwing's legacy and maybe see the Commonwealth one day. Sir Gilman, at your service, Knight's on a quest to find his honor. He lost at his I'm only here because my sister's here. Then as Wolford steps forward, the one called Celestial voice. You, I recognize you from the Nightwings from the past. You are not clad in the remnants any longer. I want to know why. Out of my chance already, the Nightwings then now stand before you. I travel with them as a pilgrim now. I see you then state why you are here and as the others. I am Sandalwood, and I took liberty for each of us so that one day we all might stand shoulder to shoulder on the other side. I bring our freedom to the people here, or there. She waves them by, and she turns to you. Oh. So I was a crippled scholar, old farmhand. He is a stripe between Commonwealth and higher experiment afflicted you since birth. I don't know who I am. You cannot for the life of you recall a time before arriving in the downside. Details of the Commonwealth is scarce within your mind. Perhaps you wanted to forget the place. The one called Celeste continues to examine you, expecting to add to your response. What I truly seek. I want to help people. The companions you have met here have helped you to survive and keep kinship in the downside. Your priorities to ensure that they achieve their goals. That's all you wish for now. The woman regards you 4 times and nods once and waves all of goodbye. The scribes bid the Nightwings welcome you to the fourth of glory. And Terra, I Celeste, be on your way as well. The little minstrel bows and puts his hat on and does not look back at her. Top of Mount Allerdale, you can see the distant downside before you. You think on the many thousand leagues you crossed to reach this point as the sky grows dim. So Jordan wants to speak. Appears to be prepared for whatever's come this night, though it's not yet dark. She's already in her raiments. Hedwin, who joins her, also looking ready. Any signs are repeat. None is yet complain about it chafing at the collar of his mask. Her freedom might be hinging on that collar. I am certain that it is. They share a laugh together. The 3 of you exchange glances, but nothing is said or need to be said. Soon if Wolfred is to be believed, one of the companions may regain his or her strength. Hey, what I miss? Am I late? Is it starting yet? Starting yet? Ease, Rookie, you got a little time. It isn't starting yet. However, your struggles with your masquerade tail, feeling a lot better. Things just had to smash you repeatedly against the wall for a little bit. Pushing the old nerves to bed there for good measure. Though this is really happening, huh? One of us might be getting out of here, like, by dawn, in fact, if all goes well. If all goes well, that's one way to look at it. What are you getting at, Green Elf? Just we might be breaking up the band here, people. If one of us gets out, that's been bugging me for a while. Thought we were all getting out of here at once. Shoots a look at you. Some of us, we might not be getting out of here at all. Hedwin slams his fist against the wall. No, not if I can help it. We made a promise to each other, each of us, the 4 of us, we're all getting out of here. I care about the others too, I do, but we've been here from the start. I want you to know my promise is to you, and I believe you'll do the same for me. So it's like this, if any one of us gets out, great, but it's just a start. We're going to do whatever it takes there on the other side to make it, so the rest of us can get back. What, you think you're going to build a bridge down here if you ask nice or something? I don't know what it's going to take, I just know we have to try. Joey turns to me, reader, we shall find a way. She nods to reassure you and herself. Rookie nods his head in turn. Hedwin's gaze never once falters. Well, my friends, I think it's about time. Let's go. One by one, they turn towards the door. The false lamb awaits. A vital step in your quest for freedom, yet you feel in your heart that it shall only be the first. Ooh, they each gained hope. What does the fuck say? The Imp Hope and I, we helped to save my Emperor when the danger did subside. My Emperor saw him where he said something to me which shook me to the essence of my being. He said you gave your freedom as a Goliathan so that I may yet have mine. You two now are in exile. The downside, and all the days which I have left, I could never repay the mercy you have shown me. So if I cannot do so in this life, then I shall do it in the next. We crossed the land together, and together with the imp we gained the company of those who saw him what I did. Okay. Store. That is you just square. I know you'll come here and get all the way up here. Oh, I know already. Right here, because I got the lowest prices and all the downside. Am I right? Got some new stuff in stock. Yay, more stardust. 12 remaining. It increases by 3. I'll sell this to get this. Go. Cast further than usual. Okay, who was the one that got it? Jojo has one. Faye has one. And I can't upgrade Faye's. And Rookie has his. I want to give the stamina recovery to Gilman. Yeah, they could just run with it. Give that to them. I don't care about quickness. I think I want to level up tutorials. 33% further and faster. Okay. Guys, take care and things are doing business. Let's commence the liberation. Is everyone prepared? Headman? Yes, the Selvers have another question that's been troubling us. Need but ask. You said that one of us is going to return to the Commonwealth if we defeat the Timbers in this raid. What happens if we fail? My head and my boy, don't you see the path to freedom and the path to enlightenment are one and the same? Do you tend to stray from the path? No, you have nothing to fear. But let me be much more upfront with you. Should you be defeated this night, then one of them shall end up going free instead of you. That is it. Well then, what then is to be done? The very same. If we achieve victory, we await our next such opportunity and make the most of it. Tonight our plan is set in motion. We are united in our cause. We shall look as ever towards the stars for guidance and seize upon our future chances just as they arise. So we look up, my boy, and set aside your doubts. It is time to take great strides along the path. This is going to be a tough little battle. So we shall continue regardless of the outcome of this one, right?
Many years have passed since last the Nightwings gained the summit of the sacred mountain and stood upon the fall of Solium. You are to be commended for your guidance, reader, but only if you can prevail in this liberation rite. Here you stand to gain much more than some enlightenment. Your adversaries are none other than the Tempers. I trust they need no introduction. Soon, one among you shall regain their freedom.
Pyre's burn each of the triumvirates is present prepared. I concur the Pyre's burn each of the triumvirates is present prepared. Then anointed one of the Tempers, come forth now and declare yourself and pay any respects you have unto your adversaries tonight. As the demon swaggers into view and reaches for his mask. You know who I am already, but look at what we got here. The damn Nightwings decided to show up. Almost figure we're never going to see the day again. Takes notice of someone in the ranks. Indicates Jody and she comes back at him. Leave the mask and see one of our own ages and not in these damn robes. Jody's hesitation is almost imperceptible before she moves to remove her mask just as the adversary asks. Satisfied? Whoa, you must be new. Jody goes to put the mask back on. Enough talk. I like these really horns. Tell you what, once you put out your lights, you come along with these guys. We're going to have a spot open. Only shame is I ain't going to be around to show you a good time. I'd rather cut out my tongue. Oh, you don't mean that. Our kind perhaps stick together. Now, come on. Those just mess back on. I'll just snarl at you. Alright, it's plus 30. Have the Night Rings reached a decision on whose behalf they shall conduct this rite? Peter, this it. The first companion whom you choose shall be anointed to go free this very night. If you prevail, the other two in the triumvirate shall lend their aid. As you know, only the most enlightened in the rites are eligible to go free. Not all among ye may be ready yet. Now, Night Rings, I would have your decision.
Who most deserves their freedom?
He doesn't want to go. I think I do have to go with Jodariel. Like, she was really good, but I think it's time, because Gilman doesn't want to leave yet. And Faye, well, I don't think we'll be able to start the thing. So I'll do
Jodariel!
Me, why? Then the gate guard knocks upon you and adversaries. Very well then. To the watch of the scribes, you have the stakes. Should then arrive in Pyre, the one called Jodariel shall be liberated. Should the tempest prevail, the exiled Ignarius shall go free instead. She then turns to you. Now who will complete the triumvirate to stride along?
Who shall be at her side?
Faye.
Faye!
Oh me, yes, I will. I could choose Promethea to be a part, but I don't have any perks for her. I think I'll go with
Rookie.
Hey, sure, no pressure, right, chums?
No!
Very well, they describe the 7 choices. Ready of the Night Rings, Reader of the Night Rings. She then indicates the lone minstrel. Now you yourself prepare, Tarek. I, Celeste, then let us all begin. Night Ring's been waiting an awful long time to get out of this hole. Try and stop me. He is a big boy.
Commence!
I tried to throw it. We have such a big fire. I always forget I tried to jump. double jump. Even if another night rains, give out on some years and years in short while sounding like you're going to some of the other ones. I got work for it. Used to be the best, but this at least. But now the pushes get into me. Can't believe it's getting to me. I'm more yet. Doubt you can recognize me. Anyways, come on, night rains. Let's keep this up.
A swift recovery.
Yeah.
Tempers banished to the last.
I tried. Run down.
Banished.
Put in.
A daring display. Flinging the orb into the flames like that. You elude banishment using such tricks. And there it is, at last.
Liberation right's done.
The Nightwings proved their worth. As for their adversaries, they did not.
At least.
Thus ends the liberation rite. And thus the scribes have chosen. The exile appointed by the Nightwings shall be free. Absolved of all misdeeds. Return to glory in the Commonwealth. Her adversary and all others shall remain to carry out their rightful sentences.
Yep. God, what a joke. Should have had this. Should have had this. Got all rusty waiting for so long. Be seeing you around, I guess, next time you be so lucky. After all this time, she entered the gates to rescue you. We never thought this day would come. I have all of you to thank for this, for doing this for me. The life that I recall back in the Commonwealth was at times difficult, and I am much older now. I know not what I shall find on my return. However, I know this, if that place still is like the Commonwealth I'd left so long ago, I shall strive to make it better, as long as I retain my strength and breath. See her smile faintly as she disappears into the shimmer pool, though you can still hear her voice still playing out. Farewell, Dame Reader, all of you for now. To earn back her freedom, may she return in
Godspeed, Captain Jodariel. The 8 scribes are ever merciful. By their grace, the cycle of the rites may soon commence again.
I didn't use Headwind when I was supposed to. So much he could learn. I'll definitely use Headwind when I play by myself.
Until the turning of the stars, farewell. After your victory over the Tempers and the Liberation Rite, you return to your wagon, decide how to proceed from here. I don't know what I'm going to do without her here. Well, look on the bright side, there's one that's mounted. We'll see Jody again if you persevere. Our journeys now begin in earnest. We'll just need to make a few last preparations over here. What about the stars? Can we afford the time? About that, reader, go see for yourself. The night sky over Mount Audio was much darker than you would have expected. You thought to hear the Jordan roll as you looked towards the heaven. Well, that's going to do it for this episode and for this series. I'm not going to continue on with Pyre any longer.
Hope you guys enjoyed this. I know I have. I love the story. It's just, I don't want to be playing this because it's a very long game with all this reading. So I don't want to keep this on going until like 2021. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next series. Bye.